Hello everybody, and today we will be reacting to the Season 7 theory, the stories of Sodor Season 7. And we're gonna talk about who's gonna die. So, yeah, this video I heard on my Discord server that it's really good and that I have to watch it. And even Tanzig, shouted this video out, so it's gotta be good. I'm honestly a bit scared for Season 7, and at this time, I'm actually starting to write my own version of Season 7. Yes, I only did a quarter of my version of Season 6, but I'm currently writing some stuff for Season 7. I'm kind of like 75% of the way of writing the first episode, which is Ceremonies. Try to have a guess what it's gonna be. You'll have probably a bigger guess once the final episode of my version of Season 6 comes out. So, what about the actual Season 7 of Story of Sodor? Well, let's find out. Our train theorist is gonna predict again.
By the time I finished the video, the trailer for Season 7 has already come out. However,
actually, it's pretty crazy to think that this video believe it or not, this video was actually launched an hour after the trailer got leaked. So, either he watched this on Patreon already, and then he decided and made this in 2 weeks, or he made this whole damn thing in an hour, which would be even more impressive.
for someone who I will let remain anonymous, uploaded his own analysis of the trailer, and so I cut up the speaking parts and reformed.
Yes, I'm not gonna say any names, but a certain someone or something did a reaction of the Story of Sodor Season 7 trailer the moment it came out on Patreon. And while I do like Stories of Sodor reactions, that in that scenario, it was spoilers, so yeah, not a good one.
Into a coherent trailer.
Preferably make reactions once the video has already come out on YouTube.
So this is what you're going to get for an early analysis. Let's begin, shall we?
Yes.
We start off the season with the Steam ban. Yes, I'm surprised Victor had the balls to do this too, but here we are. This episode is probably going to start the process of non-faceless Steam vehicles being removed from the railway, and thus leading into later episodes, such as episodes 8, 9, and 10.
No. I do not like the idea of engines. No engine should get kicked out. Maybe at the most send them to the MHCR. Sending them away or scrapping them? No. Tanzig would not do that.
As such, this will most likely be an overarching plotline throughout Season 7, unlikely to play a role in the latter half of the season. But again, I am getting...
I highly doubt it, because it also takes place in 1989, which is after.
Our second episode shows us Whiff in the workshop, most likely sick from something.
Scream. Yeah.
And I predict that there are going to be 2 possibilities for the outcome of this episode. Technically 3, but one is a subsidiary of the second. One is the most obvious, being that Victor is going to kill off Whiff, based off of the fact that he might...
No, there's no way Whiff can be kicked off, because we already had the near death of a canon character, Thomas, and he'll come back, so if Whiff dies, then he will probably come back later around the same time as Thomas. Think about it. My theory is that Whiff actually has metal fatigue. Everyone is concerned that Whiff is going to die, despite the fact that he gets an overhaul, is fixed, and survives. Think about it. Think about it. This man survived World War I, he survived World War II, he survived bloody target practice, only to have mental fatigue, and only then to die. Wow, poor Whiff. Press F in the chat for Whiff.
Be in the back of the shed, and given what Adam went through in Season 4, it's not a huge stretch to say that Whiff could eventually come down.
Well, here's the difference. Whiff is a canon character, Adam was not, so... Despite being sad that my favorite character in the world, Adam, died, he admittedly could die, admittedly could have died, yeah, Adam was not a canon character, Whiff is, so there's no way he can die, there's absolutely no way, I'm not gonna bet.
Of metal fatigue, and due to the railway banning Steam, BR most likely won't compensate the railway for parts or cost, thus leaving Whiff in limbo until he chooses the final firing.
Oh no.
2 is that everything ends up okay in the end. Now, I don't have much to say here other than the fact Victor could go through the status quo here, but this feels like the weakest option to me. Now, there is a secret third option, or I guess it's option 2.5, and that is Whiff retires from active service from the railway and goes...
I'm debating if I should give a spoiler right now, but, God damn it. This man legit read my mind. This fucking man read my mind. Holy shit. I had that exact same idea to have Whiff retire on the MHCR. That was my idea, and without me doing it, I actually wrote it down for the Stories of Sodor, the movie. Ooh, spoiler, fuck me. And yeah.
To Heritage Railway, for example, and goes with Neoclav and Matthew. The third episode
And
seems
also
to
Toby in
showcase
my
her
version of
predicament.
season.
Perhaps she didn't learn a lesson from last time and pushed herself again too far this time. From the shot we were given, I can assume that it could be her trying to climb up the hill or be a banker of some sort, and I'm more leaning towards the first option rather than the second one, because it looks like the track is going uphill, though it could be the camera angle. And
it is the camera angle. This looks like just a plain countryside setting. Something tells me that this is close to a station.
That she's on Thomas's branch line, which wouldn't need a banker. The fourth episode is the most mysterious, yet most impactful, as a tragedy unfolds and carries over into episode 5, where we see everyone grieving, especially Samantha and Lady, or Kate. This will be important. Now, I would put forward for some options.
My option is that, well, tragedy is gonna have Reginald die, and remember back their rivalry back in, like, season 4, when Kay and Sam were, like, against each other because Thomas was laughing with Sam. Yeah, that's another thing I like. Victor kind of saved the Lady. Lady was just this magical goddess character in Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Her role in Calling All Engines was good, though. Despite that, she still wasn't interesting. She had no flaws. Chance actually gave Kate an actual name, actual persona, and flaws. She can sometimes be get offended easily. She can be selfish and a bit childish. And I actually think that this kind of conflict is kind of a bit childish.
But I think I have full confidence that I know what the tragedy is. During the shot that belongs to the 5th episode, remember when I said Samantha and Kate? I think that these two are the key to understanding what that tragedy is. Now, what do these two engines have in common?
They're tank engines.
With 2 other engines. One with Thomas. Kate being with Thomas. And Thomas is now dead. Or...
My God! Of course Reginald could die! You know, Kay understood Thomas's death, so they can then become friends by each understanding that they're both on, like, equal grounds. My God, I should put that in my version of season 7. No, and no. I'm not putting that in my version of season 7 because 2 things. 1, Thomas comes back. 2, Kay's gonna transfer to Thomas's branch line, and she'll be red again. Yeah, I'm already gonna see some comments asking me, but why did you do this? She was fine on the Waterton branch. Well, my friends, I said this in the last reaction, but got a little bit of a trick up my sleeve. It's a little thing that I've already told some people, especially a person on Discord. I'm not going to say their name in order to avoid a crap ton of spoilers or hell, even theories and conspiracy theories. But yeah. Also, I'm only 2 minutes out of a 10-minute video, and I've been, like, speaking for 9 minutes. Yeah, it's kind of good because I'm pausing, talking. That's the point of reactions, not just staring at a video saying nothing. Old reactions.
Seemingly dead, but we'll get back to that later.
Yeah.
But Samantha is with Reginald, who is very much alive. Unless
he gets killed.
Reginald is the engine that is involved in this tragedy and dies.
Well, goodbye, Reggie.
Remember, he is an LMS engine. And as I stated before in previous theories, LMS engines are more likely to die than
Adam, Colin, Lily, Jeffrey.
Than their LNER counterparts or former LNER counterparts. So I think that Reginald is going to die as he's following.
God, what a creepy pattern.
And as well as
how's he gonna die? But though it's kind of sad. I like Reginald.
So I think that Reginald is going to die in this season.
How?
But based on the wording that Victor said in the trailer, or at least the little bit that I could hear, it seems that there will be multiple important people that are involved in this tragedy, and that involves how the tragedy unfolds. Now, this is pure speculation, but based off of the implications, I believe that the Fat Controller will die in this accident. Either based
How?
off of him being on the train Reginald was pulling, derailing, or having something happen, or Sir Topham being in a car and perhaps the gate crossing glitches out or something happens and Reginald slams into the car.
Wait! Hold the video. The devilish trickster. With the devilish trickster. Yeah. The devilish. The devilish trickster could be the one who murders Reginald and Sir Topham. You know, kind of like, yeah. This kind of gives me maybe that the trickster is actually Hallgate in this guy's, like, my theory.
Somewhere. I don't know to be certain, but I could give that as a possible scenario. Now, there could be one more person that dies here. And I'm not
Another
too
one?
sure if this
3
is
deaths in one? Holy shit.
but I do believe that Sir Handel or something like that will die, perhaps also. Maybe due to
Sir Handel was already killed in season 6. Yeah, you forgot that. That was in Losses.
With the Fat Controller on the train or in the car.
Sir Handel already died.
These two love to chatter, especially in season 4. So that could be the case here. Now,
maybe like Mr. Peter Sam, I think.
Into the 6th episode, which is called, I don't even know if I can say the word quite.
Don't say it.
But basically, it deals with this group of people, the Romani, or I think the Romani people.
Yes.
Basically being accused of several crimes on the Sierra-Lowe Railway. I think that that's a pretty solid episode.
I can imagine Twitter having a little mental breakdown like a child who didn't get his ice cream.
Within the episode itself. But these people will be falsely blamed for something that another group of people are doing, which will be the focus on episode 7.
Actually, Tazig sent me the description of the episode on his email. And no, I'm not gonna say it. I wanted to think of an idea for my theory video on season 7, so I just asked him on his email.
However,
and he gave him the plot away to me.
I want to say something about these 2 episodes. I believe that there is a supernatural element that is happening here.
Mm-hmm.
Based on what we see at the end of the trailer with the
that
dog
thing,
being
a
bent
spoon.
like a ruler, a 90-degree ruler.
No, that is the spoon of... That is the spoon of the demon himself.
And a
Why is there...
there. I looked up on the SCP wiki to see what this could, because I know Victor loves the SCP series. So I looked into the spoon.
Especially the lore Sodor shorts.
Apparently, it is based off of SCP-463.
Holy
also known
shit.
as a spoon that bends people 90 degrees. I skimmed over the article, and that's basically what all of this is, seemingly. So it could be that they're finding...
I am shocked that people are hating Tanzig Season 7. Full stop. First off, it hasn't even come out yet. Second, it is literally the perfect sequel to SCPs of Sodor, like SCPs of Sodor 2. And people love that, so you're just hating SCP, so you're just hating Season 7 now because it's new? Huh?
On the Sierra-Lowe Railway, or it could be that they're finding just pieces and stuff that is bent 90 degrees in a certain weird way, and they were at first blaming the Romani people, and then eventually they come to figure out that, hey, there's this person who's probably using the spoon to his own advantage. It's not that out there, especially since the fact that Camp Coldy is a thing, and we know that they love to house SCPs there too, if you go by the logic of the SCPs of Sodor series, so that's that.
Oh, so that's where the logo came from.
We have the final 3 episodes of Season 7. So let's start with the banker, and how he plays a role in the...
That is Charles. That is Charles from Nationalization.
Has seemingly been behind all of these events, or at least has some correlation with him arriving on the railway, and then suddenly all these bad events are happening. So that could be a thing that the engine suspect him of, being behind all these events. But in reality, these are rather just coincidences, and the reason why he's so mysterious, or perhaps maybe his paperwork is so non-existent or, confusing, is because he's running away from the steam ban. Basically, I think this is where they're gonna start, killing off non-faceless steam engines on the mainland, and perhaps this is why
No.
this specific banker, or the specific engine rather, that we have seen before suddenly runs away to the island of Sodor.
What episode is that?
I think that this is going to kick off the whole, steam base engines getting killed thing that we saw in the Railway series and in the Model series. I think Victor's
No,
gonna
no,
go to
no,
Star,
no, no, no. Engines cannot be
this time
scrapped.
with just go full forward and full throttle with it around this episode. And in episode 9, it's gonna deal with Peckett basically predicting the future. I think throughout all the episodes here, we're gonna have a little scene with Peckett basically predicting stuff for the next episode and the next one and the next one and the next one.
Almost feels like
on and
comedy
on
in a
and on. You get
sense.
the point by now. But I believe that this will deal with Peckett basically foreseeing the future. I don't know exactly
Oh, so Peckett is an astrologist
what the
now.
outcome of this episode is going to be. It could be perhaps that
Phone
there's
moving
one
noises.
more- it could be that Peckett foresees that the steam engines are going to come from the mainland into Sodor, and perhaps that leads into episode 10, which is France's redemption.
What is
Now,
that
this
hushing
is the
sound?
most interesting episode because we don't know exactly what Francis is
Ugh, these
redeemed
pictures are
of
so
exactly.
low
We don't know
quality.
what's the redemption act that he does. So I think that there are two possible options here. One is more crazier than the other because the other one involves Thomas, and you know how everyone likes to get up on that. So
Thomas,
I'm gonna leave that option for last, and I'm gonna
Thomas is
talk
gonna come
about
back.
the most likely option. in
Whoa,
my opinion,
yes!
which is him saving a fellow steam engine from the scrapper's torch. I think that Francis will save this banker from the scrapper's torch and bring him back to Sodor in some sort of way. I think this is the most likely option.
Save from scrap?
When I was writing the script, I didn't think so, but upon further thoughts and analysis, I think that is likely. There is also another option in which he is the engine that saves Bear and the other diesel engines, trains
Patrick.
as well. He could be the
And also the Patrick
Henry and the
idea.
Super Rescue, which is an interesting idea.
Oh,
because,
yes.
again, we see Bear at the end of the
Or is
trailer.
that Patrick?
Spoilers, by
Yeah,
the
that
way.
could be Patrick.
But he is seen at the end of the trailer, Bear. And we do see that diesel. I forgot his name again. D261 something. Spaghetti, I don't know.
Spam can?
So
Bowler. No,
could be that
Bowler.
Francis sees the broken
I'm just
down
copying
train and
Thomas
helps
Wooden
out
Railway's
the
name, you know.
diesels. Perhaps this
The
would be a
YouTuber.
very
That
interesting
kind of
take on
just got me
Super
Thomas.
Rescue. But I don't know if that's likely, and I have this as the least option that could happen. Well, second to least. The option that I think is the most unlikeliest, but the most brain-melting, is the fact that Thomas the Tank Engine is still somehow alive, and Francis sees him
Damn
on
it.
a flatbed.
Yes! I
in
love this
some middle of
idea.
nowhere place in England, or somewhere.
Thomas is actually gonna
or
get saved
somewhere
from
in the
scrap in
United
my
States.
version
I
of
don't know
season
where
6.
exactly.
Uh-oh,
But
another
perhaps,
spoiler.
Francis sees that one of his eyes is open, and he's being hauled by a
Oh my god.
diesel going to Bear.
Bingo! That idea is
Perhaps
perfect!
France-
That idea is so perfect because France was the one who delivered him to the scrapyard, and now he's delivering him back to Sodor. It's so logical. Oh my god, I love this idea.
Says, hey, this and Thomas is still alive, and perhaps this is all, I don't know, maybe coincidental, or maybe Francis just finds him like that.
Sorry. Hold on 1 minute. So, about the Francis idea, yeah, that actually is such a cool idea, because, Francis was the one who delivered him from the scrapyard back in,
But the
season 5, yeah. And now he's bringing him back,
or somewhere
to
in the
Sodor.
United Kingdom. I don't know where exactly, but perhaps Francis sees that his eye, I don't know personally. So perhaps that could be Francis' redemption arc. I don't.
He
know.
may also use some
It
of
lines
my
up-
ideas,
would line up
actually.
really
I hope
well,
so.
though, because Francis is the one that brought Thomas to Barry Island, or transferred him over to an
Yes!
thing that took him to Barry Island, or that sort of stuff. So I think him sort of finding Thomas and returning him back to Sodor, alive and intact, or at least something like that, is a very interesting idea. With that being said, I have no idea what's going to happen. Sorry if this analysis is sort of all over the place, but I'm just sort of recording what I have written down right now, and I sort of went off script a couple times. But
Yes, I
regardless,
can see because of the
all of the
stutters.
stuff I said right now is not concrete and is subject to change.
That
So throughout
it's
the
just a
following
theory,
weeks,
a train
probably until
theory.
the end of the season is over, I will be theorizing every week. I will basically be theorizing every episode and adding. It probably adds on to the story.
Oh yes,
something like that.
I'm all aboard now.
This season, in my opinion, feels like season 5, but done very differently. If you get my drift. So, you know, regardless of all that, I will go more in depth with my analysis.
Wow, what a video, man! That has to be one of the best series. Oh, wait. I'm not sure if it's one of the best series videos because the images are so low quality. This video feels a bit rushed. Cause I mean, yeah, but couldn't you have like taken a screenshot of the video and maybe removed the little bar that says the timer and the length and all that, blah blah blah. Well, but wow, I see season 7 in a whole new light now. Oh my god, it all makes so much more sense. And maybe it's gonna give me some like ideas for my version of season 7. So yeah. Wow, I'm honestly so excited to see what season 7 will bring us, because it will be a wild ride. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.